TV dog training. There's a number of issues with the format of most TV dog training shows, including the TV format requires a before and after. So the production team are looking to minimize costs on the ground in terms of hours spent filming. They need to see quick change to enable them to shoot economically and create a product at the end. Dog training, as we know, is a discipline game. It requires a huge amount of repetitions before we can start making meaningful change. As a general rule, we don't start dealing with the problem until we've got foundation work in place that enables us to then communicate more clearly to the dog and run a behavior modification program that is very fair to that particular dog. Quite often, we don't deal with issues directly. We look at developing the dog as a whole, creating a more balanced, happy, fulfilled dog, and that will then translate into some of those behavioral problems massively diminishing. How does this translate in TV form? So in reality, a real TV show on dog training would be incredibly boring because you'll be watching thousands of repetitions, maybe put in a fast reel, and then seeing a series of work happening that may not relate directly to the problem. It's probably very similar to watching somebody train for the Olympics to compete in the decathlon. You're not watching the decathlon and the competition, you're watching the training of. Now that might draw your attention for 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your interest in the subject, but it's not interesting TV. People want to see a before and after, and a few little adjustments and quick change. So what are the tricks of the trade to create that before and after that you quite often see on TV format? Intense suppression. You can suppress a behavior from occurring. You can startle a dog into not doing something. That doesn't mean there's any long-term change, and that doesn't mean you've created a behavior mod process that is fair to that particular dog. Suppression can be a part of training, but intense suppression for the purpose of showcasing a dog not doing something or not completing a behavior, firstly, is not fair on the dog and does not give you any long-term benefit. Some TV personalities will rigorously exercise a dog so the dog is completely gassed. So maybe a dog that's a bit aggressive or reactive, that dog now is in that same scenario, but has been run on a treadmill for 25 minutes, now is pulled out. Well, it's too tired to bark at the cat up the road. So there's certain little tricks of the trade that can significantly influence behavior. Another little side story on that. I once did a workshop in a very hot environment. We were introducing dogs to other dogs that hadn't spent really time around other dogs and were problematic around other dogs. The sun came out and it became quite a warm day. That made it a very easy session for me. If that was a cool morning and those dogs were up and about, not feeling a little bit lethargic due to the heat, that would have been a much harder session. I was very upfront with the people watching that I was having an easy day because of the temperature. So certain things can significantly affect behavior change. Does that mean you've made significant behavior change? No. The last element to this is you can create very, very strong rewarding moments. If that handler, owner hasn't leveraged off positive reinforcement enough in the past, they haven't used really, really high value reward, you can drop that into the program and create significant superficial change with that dog in a particular contextual environment to then showcase that in a TV setting. So if that dog hasn't got strong foundation, strong markers, rewards, doesn't have a strong handler relationship, good engagement, basic obedience in place, you come in and all of a sudden you've got the $50 rewards where you can make really, really fast change observably on that dog. Does that mean the dog now is going to behave differently in that environment or in multiple environments? No. So is there a TV format that would potentially work that holds a level of integrity? I think there is, but it's not about fixing behavior. It's about developing dogs, developing puppies, developing adult dogs, developing rehome dogs. It's about developing programs for all types of dogs. So for those of you watching at home, you can pull pieces out of that and start to develop your own dog. In the process, you will see behavioral change and you'll see problem behaviors significantly diminish. But the process should be about development and not fixing issues. Might be too boring, but I feel like there might be a shot in that.